Have you ever thought, what if time was something you could hold in your hands, buy with coins, trade in the market, or steal from others? What if time had weight, color, taste? What if someone out there was selling time and you could walk into a dusty old shop and say, how many minutes for a second chance? How many hours for the courage I never had? How many days for the love I let slip away? Would you buy it? Would you hesitate? Because in a world where time is money and money is time, the richest man is not the one with gold, but the one who never wastes a moment. And in that world, a clockmaker named Elian changed everything. He was a quiet man, hands weathered like bark, eyes ticking like seconds on glass, and he discovered a way to extract time from the choices people never made, from the regrets they buried deep, from the moments they chose silence over passion. He bottled it, refined it, and sold it to those like desperate enough to pay with memories. And one day, a boy came in, poor, ragged, but fierce, with a hunger not for food, but for greatness. And he asked Elian, how much time would it take to become unstoppable? And Elian said, time is not given, it is traded. Sacrifice your fears, give me your doubts, surrender your excuses, and I will give you fire. And that boy gave it all. And what he got back wasn't minutes, but clarity, drive, obsession, the unshakable will to rise while others sleep, to move while others freeze, to scream with action while others whisper dreams. And from that moment, the boy ran through life like a man on fire. Because the truth is, every second that passes is either sharpening you or softening you. And most people sleepwalk through years waiting for the perfect time, while time waits for no one. They keep saying one day, someday, maybe, and they don't realize that in the time they wasted saying those words, someone else is living their dreams. So what if you treated every tick of the clock like it was a heartbeat of destiny? What if you stared death in the face every morning and said, not today, not yet. I still have things to build, mountains to climb, voices to raise, tears to wipe from others' eyes, souls to ignite. And I promise you this, greatness is not born, it is stolen from the jaws of hesitation. And this is not a story about a clockmaker, it's a mirror held up to your soul, telling you that you are wasting seconds you can never reclaim. And every time you open Instagram to scroll instead of study, every time you complain instead of create, every time you choose comfort over confrontation, you are selling your future cheap. And I know you're tired. I know life hasn't been fair. But if you could buy back one moment of power, what would it be? That time you didn't speak up. That time you let fear decide. That time you knew what you wanted, but walked away because it looked too hard. Elian's shop was never about magic. It was about truth. It made you realize the price of mediocrity is eternal regret. And here's the twist. You don't need Elian. You are the clockmaker of your own story. Every breath is a transaction. Every decision is an investment. And if you keep living like you have time, one day you'll run out of it. And the only thing more painful than failure is realizing you never really tried. So let me ask you a question. One I'll answer later in this video. What would you do if tomorrow was guaranteed to be your last full day alive? Would you waste it like today? Or would you finally break the chains and say, I'm done surviving, I'm here to dominate? And here's a truth most ignore. Your life is not about comfort, it's about conquest. It's about becoming something so rare that when you speak, the world listens, not because you're loud, but because your actions are thunder. And you can laugh now or listen later, but every ultra-successful person you admire bleeds the same blood as you. The difference is they learned how to suffer for their dreams instead of dreaming their life away. And that's motivational lesson number 1. Suffering is the tuition for greatness. Number 2, purpose is the currency of time. Number 3, nobody owes you a second. Number 4, regret is heavier than failure. Number 5, excuses are time thieves. Number 6, clarity comes from movement, not meditation. Number 7, momentum is a jealous god. Serve it daily or it leaves. Number 8, fear is a compass, not a wall. Number 9, doubt is a liar with a microphone. Number 10, vision without work is delusion. Number 11, energy is a choice, not a condition. Number 12, the grind is not punishment, it's proof. Number 13, you either build your dreams or help someone else build theirs. Number 14, every champion was once a coward who decided to fight anyway. Number 15, your potential is not hidden, it's buried under your laziness. Number 16, time only respects the focused. Number 17, discipline is love in action. Number 18, hunger beats talent every time. Number 19, silence is power when used to observe, not avoid. Number 20, your future self is watching. Don't disappoint them. Number 21, one day you will wish for this very moment back. Use it. Number 22, complaining is prayer to failure. Number 23, if you're still breathing, your best hasn't happened yet. Number 24, the greatest power is self-control. Number 25, stop proving people wrong, start proving yourself right. Number 26, obsession is misunderstood brilliance. Number 27, your environment is either your cage or your stage. Number 28, build habits so strong you don't need motivation. Number 29, work in silence, let your results scream. Number 30, you don't get what you wish for, you get what you suffer for. And the boy who once walked into Elian's clock shop returned years later, but this time with fire in his veins, and the world whispering his name. And Elian looked up and smiled, and said, "How much time do you have left?" And the boy answered, "Enough to awaken the sleeping giants inside those who've forgotten they were born to be legends." Because the truth is, most people aren't living, they're rehearsing, and one day they'll realize the stage lights never turned on because they never stepped forward. And let me tell you something brutal. The universe does not reward intentions, it rewards action. And every second you hesitate, someone else is building an empire out of the bricks you dropped. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but I don't have the resources. I don't have the talent. I don't have the connections. And I'm here to destroy that lie, because the most powerful people in history started with nothing but obsession, a dream, and a refusal to quit. And if you think success is reserved for the lucky, then you've already lost, because success is reserved for those who show up, bloody and broken, but still unbowed. And in the world Elian created, people began to understand the value of a second. They stopped saying, maybe next week, and started saying, now. They stopped hitting snooze and started hitting the ground running. They stopped chasing approval and started chasing purpose. Because when you see time as currency, you stop wasting it on conversations that drain you, jobs that cage you, relationships that shrink you, and you begin investing it in skill, in mastery, in faith, in momentum, in becoming the weapon you were born to be. And hear me, this is not a motivational speech. This is a resurrection of your spine, your fire, your calling. And I will not let you watch this and walk away unchanged. Because here's the question. I asked earlier, and now I answer it. If tomorrow was your last day, would you live it safe, or would you explode into greatness? Would you play it small, or go out swinging? Would you scroll, or would you soar? Because every day, you are either walking toward power or away from it. There is no neutral, and Elian didn't just sell time. He sold people back to themselves. He reminded them that time isn't measured in hours, but in impact, in legacy, in transformation. And this is where most people fail. They chase applause instead of truth. They want followers, but not purpose. They want attention, but not accountability. And let me make this crystal clear. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You are not too behind. You are not too weak. You are not too slow, unless you keep saying that. Because the only thing stronger than your past is your next decision. And here's motivational lesson number 31. If you're waiting for permission, this is it. Number 32. Stop asking how long and start asking how hard. Number 33. Your excuses are rehearsed lies. Number 34. Your pain is your raw material. Build with it. Number 35. Become so disciplined, they call it unnatural. Number 36. Passion is fuel, but obsession is flight. Number 37. Don't just dream, build the blueprint. Number 38. Fight for your future like it's already dying. Number 39. Create a life that wakes you up without alarms. Number 40. Your comfort zone is a coffin with air conditioning. Number 41. Train your mind to love the pain of progress. Number 42. Stop reacting, start architecting. Number 43. You are the author. Stop letting others write your script. Number 44. Dare to be delusional until they call you visionary. Number 45. No one becomes legendary by accident. Number 46. What you do in private becomes your superpower in public. Number 47. Your grind is sacred. Protect it. Number 48. You don't rise when you're ready. You rise when you're relentless. Number 49. A mediocre mindset cannot produce an extraordinary life. Number 50. Time is not the enemy. It's your ally if you respect it. And if you don't hear anything else, hear this. Your life is not about who you were. It's about who you decide to become. And every time you hit play on a video like this, you're telling the universe, I'm not done yet. I'm just getting started. And that fire inside you, the one you've been hiding under your doubt, under your trauma, under your fear, it's still there. It's waiting for you to rip open your chest and scream, I am not average. I'm not broken. I'm not afraid anymore. I am the storm. I am the force. I am the new definition of impossible. And if no one told you today, let me tell you, you are the chosen one for your bloodline. You are the one your ancestors prayed for. You are the one who will break the chains. You are the one who will turn pain into power. You are the one who will rise from the pile. Ashes and show the world that God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. And the boy who became a man stood on stages where his voice became lightning and his story became prophecy. And when people asked him, how did you rise? He didn't speak of luck. He spoke of late nights bleeding into early mornings. He spoke of failing so loud it echoed across decades. He spoke of moments when quitting felt easier, but purpose whispered louder. And you know what he said? He said, I didn't wait for the light. I became it. Because the truth is, darkness isn't the enemy. It's the raw canvas of transformation. And Elian once told him that every tick of the clock is a challenge, a dare, a test. And most people fail, not because they are weak, but because they treat time like it's infinite. and the man looked them in the eyes and said, "You have no idea how powerful you are until you're forced to be. And maybe that's why life hits you so hard, not to break you, but to wake you, to pull you out of your coma of comfort and mediocrity and show you that the only thing between you and the life you crave is how violently you are willing to chase it." And let me ask you something brutal again. When was the last time you went all in on something? When was the last time you screamed into the storm and ran into the chaos with your soul on fire? When was the last time you bled for your own dream instead of watching someone else live it? Because most people are tourists in their own destiny. They admire others from a distance, but never dare to build. And here's the hardest truth Elian ever shared. He said, "Time is the only currency that never refunds." And if that doesn't haunt you, it should. Because right now, while you're watching this, someone else is waking up at 4 a.m. to train. Someone else is sacrificing pleasure for purpose. Someone else is using their pain as rocket fuel, while you're still deciding whether to start. And it's not about hustle culture, it's about hunger, about understanding that if you don't give everything to your vision, you will spend the rest of your life renting space in someone else's dream. And here's lesson number 51. Get addicted to execution, not inspiration. Number 52. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Number 53. Stop saying "I don't know how" and start saying "I'll figure it out." Number 54. Obsession is the highest form of love. Number 55. You're not overwhelmed, you're underprepared. Number 56. Greatness is forged in isolation, not applause. Number 57. The grind is spiritual, not mechanical. Number 58. Your mind is your first battlefield win. Their first. Number 59. People won't believe in you until you no longer need them to. Number 60. It's not hard work that kills dreams, it's doubt and delay. And listen closely, because this might be the most important thing I'll say in this entire video. Success is not about working 20 hours a day. It's about working the right 2 hours, like your life depends on it, because it does. The difference between you and the person who made it is never talent. It's how many times they got back up when the world said stay down. And some of you listening right now are on the edge of giving up. You're this close to quitting your dreams because it hurts, because you feel unseen, because nothing's working. But let me tell you something. Powerful seeds grow in silence. Roots form in darkness. And just because no one sees your progress doesn't mean you're not building a legacy. And Elian's clock shop may have faded into myth, but the lesson remains eternal. Time is the most valuable substance in the universe, and most people trade it like trash. They throw it at distractions, give it to relationships that kill their fire, spend it on fear instead of faith, and one day, they'll look up from their screens and realize they've been scrolling past their own life. And I'm telling you now, before it's too late, you are not ordinary. You were born with fire in your bones and lightning in your breath. And no matter what you've done, what you've lost, what you failed at, you still have time. You still have time to become something no one has ever seen before. You still have time to make them remember your name. You still have time to leave a legacy that echoes after your heartbeat stops. You still have time to stand up from your failure and turn it into a foundation. You still have time to choose yourself. Stop waiting for a sign. This is it, right here. This video, these words, this fire. And every time you watch something like this and nod, but don't act, you're killing the very future you dream about, because knowledge without action is self-betrayal. And the boy who bought time became the man who mastered it. And now it's your turn, your move, your shot, your call. Will you run back into the fog of excuses? Or will you rise right now, right here, and become the hero of your bloodline? Because legends aren't remembered for being safe. They're remembered for burning so bright that even time stopped to watch. And if you've made it this far, if you're still here, it means the fire hasn't died. It means there's something inside you that refuses to surrender. And I want you to hear me like your future depends on it, because it does. The world is not waiting for perfect people. It's waiting for the ones who show up with scars and keep swinging. And in the silence between the tick and the talk, there lives a decision. And that decision is this: will you keep surviving, or will you start dominating? Will you keep complaining, or will you command your destiny? Because power is not given, it's taken. And freedom is not inherited, it's earned. And greatness is not stumbled upon, it's built with blistered hands and broken hearts. And I need you to stop pretending you're powerless, when the truth is, you're just scared. And scared doesn't mean stop. Scared means step. And this is where most give up. They think pain means they're doing it wrong, but pain is proof you're getting closer. And Elian once told the man, the fastest way to waste your time is to wait for the world to understand your worth. And that changed everything. Because suddenly, he realized he didn't need applause. He needed action. He didn't need approval. He needed alignment. And maybe that's what you need too. Not another reason, not another delay, not another excuse. You need to decide you're done living on pause. And I choke on tomorrow. And one day the clock will run out. And when it does, what story will it tell? What name will it whisper? What legacy will it leave behind? Because you have no idea how much power lives in a single hour of focused rage, of violent intention, of divine clarity. And Elian said, the people who win are not the smartest, or the fastest, or the luckiest. They're the ones who mastered their seconds, like warriors, like monks, like gods. And that's who you must become. Not a person who's busy, but a person who's building. Not someone chasing time, but someone controlling it. Someone dangerous, someone undeniable, someone who walks into every room and bends reality with presence. And now, let me hit you with the next line of truth. Number 61. When your why is eternal, your grind becomes spiritual. Number 62. No one will believe in you until your actions force them to. Number 63. Your trauma is not your identity, it's your training. Number 64. Ordinary people wait for the right moment. Extraordinary ones create it. Number 65. You don't need confidence, you need commitment. Number 66. Discomfort is your invitation to the next level. Number 67. Progress isn't sexy, it's savage. Number 68. Stop overthinking. Start overpowering. Number 69. Your gift will rot if you don't move. Number 70. Discipline is louder than talent. And I want you to understand something now. The pain you feel when you stretch is not punishment. It's prophecy. It's proof you are entering new territory. And all that fear, that resistance, that voice in your head that tells you you're not enough, it's not your truth, it's your test. And if you don't pass it now, you'll repeat it for the rest of your life. And you'll be stuck in a time loop of almosts and maybes and what-ifs until you die with music still in you and dreams still buried in your chest. And I can't let that happen. Because you were called to shift timelines, to awaken nations, to resurrect your name. And Elian may have sold time, but you are the one who owns it. You are the one who writes history with your actions, who turns days into destiny, who make seconds scream. And if you really listen to these words, they aren't just motivation, they're resurrection. They're the voice you buried long ago, rising back from the dead to tell you it's not too late. You're not too far gone. It's not over, not even close. And if you don't rise now, you never will. Because the longer you wait, the heavier the regret gets. And regret is the mountain that doesn't move, but purpose will bulldoze it if you let it. So answer this, and don't lie. When will you start? When will you finally decide that your future matters more than your past? That your potential matters more than your pain? That your vision matters more than their opinions? Because if not now, then when? If not you, then who? Because someone out there is living the life you were born for, simply because they moved while you waited. And the clock never stops, but neither do you. Not now, not ever. Not until the world knows your name. Not until your family's bloodline is rebuilt. Not until your mind, your faith, your hunger are so sharp that even fear is afraid of you. Because this is not about being motivated, it's about being reborn. This is about shedding the old you and unleashing the one who was always waiting, beneath the lies, beneath the laziness, beneath the limitations. And when that version of you rises, time will kneel. And the moment time kneeled was the moment the man finally understood why Elian vanished without a trace. Because Elian never disappeared, he became the lesson. He became the whisper behind every tick, the pull behind every breakthrough, and the truth buried beneath every excuse. Because Elian was never just a man. He was a mirror reflecting what every person could become if they stopped trading their future for comfort and started sacrificing their comfort for their future. And you might think this story is fiction, but it's not. It's prophecy disguised as imagination. It's fact disguised as flame. And if you feel your skin tighten and your soul scream right now, that's not hype. That's the buried truth waking up inside of you. Because you've always known you were meant for more. You've always felt it, even in the chaos, even in the silence, even when no one clapped for you, especially then. And let me give you more fire, because now it's time. Time to inject your soul with the next revelations. Number 71. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's insulting to your potential. Number 72. Every second you wait, someone else gets ahead. Number 73. You will never outgrow the work. Number 74. Stop negotiating with weakness. Number 75. Your past has no vote in your future. Number 76. The world won't slow down for your feelings. Number 77. Winners walk through what others whine about. Number 78. Your pain is the receipt for your purpose. Number 79. Comfort zones are graveyards of greatness. Number 80. Discipline is love in action. And as he spoke to millions, the man told them, Elian once warned him, most people aren't afraid of failure. They're afraid of responsibility. Because once you realize the power is in your hands, you can no longer blame anyone else. And that's terrifying, because now your life is your fault. But that's also your freedom, because it means your rise is your choice, and no one can stop you unless you hand them the keys. And the reason most never escape average is because they're addicted to being liked. But legends aren't liked, they're remembered. And you have to make peace with the fact that chasing legacy means walking alone, and that your vision will cost you everything that isn't aligned with it. And the man stared into the eyes of the crowd and said, your job isn't to be understood, it's to be undeniable. Your mission isn't to impress, it's to impact. Your goal isn't to look successful, It's to be significant. And don't forget this number. 81. Nothing changes until you change. Number 82. Change is painful because it's real. Number 83. You can't outthink your way into a new life. You must outact your old self. Number 84. When you want peace more than applause, you evolve. Number 85. The version of you that built your survival won't build your success. Number 86. You don't need more time. You need more truth. Number 87. Stop trying to heal in the same environment that broke you. Number 88. Your story only ends if you stop writing. Number 89. You'll never be ready, so begin anyway. Number 90. Don't chase balance, chase impact. And by now you understand the message isn't about time, it's about choice. It's about reclaiming the very thing you've been bleeding without noticing. Your minutes, your hours, your energy, your presence. Elian's voice still echoes in the wind for those who listen. He whispers, I didn't sell time. I revealed its value. I didn't give them hours. I gave them accountability. And if you think this is just another motivational video, then you've already missed the point, because this is a divine intervention through sound. This is the universe holding a mirror to your hesitation. This is your soul demanding its birthright, and your fear has had the mic for too long. So now it's time for your power to speak, for your hunger to lead, for your silence to break. And if the system never believed in you, then build one that does. If the world never saw you, then blind them with your brilliance. If the clock is ticking, then use every second like it's a match, and your life is the fuse. And when the flame reaches its final spark, make sure the world explodes with your name on it. And if there's one thing Elian made sure to pass on before his final hour, it was this truth. Ones who change the world aren't waiting for time. They're bending it. They're flipping the hourglass and carving universes into seconds. And the man stood there on that edge between memory and future and said, number 91. Purpose doesn't shout, it whispers, and it never stops. Number 92. Your power doesn't arrive, it's revealed through pressure. Number 93. Suffering is not your sentence, it's your sculptor. Number 94. If no one's calling you crazy, your dream is too small. Number 95. You were not made to repeat your father's fears. You were made to rewrite your family's future. Number 96. When you stop running from pain, you find your passion. Number 97. Confidence is a byproduct of kept promises. Number 98. You were not born to manage time. You were born to dominate it. Number 99. You are not too late. You are right on time. Number 100. The graveyard is full of people who waited. And in that moment, everything went quiet. The crowd frozen, breath held as the man reached into his coat and pulled out the very watch Elian once gave him. But now, the hands weren't moving, because the message was clear. Time doesn't move unless you do. And that silence was a mirror, because suddenly, everyone saw their own reflection in that frozen face. Not just the years they lost, but the potential they buried. And the man said, if you don't rise now, then when? If you don't bet on yourself now, then what are you even living for? And that's when the world began to shift, as if time itself began spinning backward and forward all at once, collapsing into one brutal question. Are you wasting your life or weaponizing it? And Elian's voice returned, number 101. Action is the language of belief. Number 102. Legacy is built one invisible second at a time. Number 103. You will never know who you could have been if you keep living like who you used to be. Number 104. Your enemies are not people, they are distractions. Number 105. You don't need more motivation. You need more memory. Remember who you were before the world told you to shrink. Remember the way your dreams looked before fear. Put a filter on them. Remember how it felt to believe without evidence, to act without applause, to want it so bad it hurt. And the man placed the frozen watch in the center of the room and said, "From this moment forward, we no longer serve time. We make it obey us." Because greatness doesn't wait for permission. It forces attention. And when Elian vanished all those years ago, he wasn't running away. He was giving us space to rise. And that time, that currency he sold, it wasn't just about hours. It was about ownership. And that ownership is yours now. But what will you do with it? What will you create from it? What empire will rise from the ruins of your excuses? Because the people who are asleep right now will never understand this message. But you do. Because you're still here. And if you're still listening, then something in you is waking up. Something ancient, something divine, something unstoppable. And that fire in your gut is not coincidence. It's calling. And the question is, will you answer it or ignore it again? Will you light the match or watch it rot in your hand? And let me hit you with the final 10 truth bombs. Number 106. If the door doesn't open, build a wall and carve your name into it. Number 107. Your reputation doesn't matter if your vision scares cowards. Number 108. The path won't feel right at first because you were raised by systems designed to keep you small. Number 109. Suffering ends where submission ends. Number 110. Your roar was never meant to be polite. Number 111. Your thoughts build your world, so protect them like royalty. Number 112. Stop seeking alignment with people who fear their own power. Number 113. You are not behind, you are loading. Number 114. Pressure is the proof that you're on the right road. Number 115. If you can hear this, your time is not up, your fire is not out, and your fight is not finished. It's just beginning. And Elian, if you're out there, if you're watching, know this. The fire you lit didn't die, it detonated. And now the world will feel the aftershock of every second you taught us to own. Because now we're not just surviving, we're ascending, not just counting time, but commanding it. And this is your legacy and our revolution. And it's only just begun. And now, with every heartbeat echoing louder than a war drum, with every soul on edge leaning forward as if the universe itself were about to reveal its final commandment. The man who carried Elian's legacy stepped into the center of the arena where time used to rule, and he whispered louder than thunder, "This is the last moment you'll ever feel powerless, because everything before this was training. Every failure, every betrayal, every scar, every lonely night when no one clapped for you, when the world mocked your dreams, when you were told to lower your voice, to shrink your flame, to sit in the back and beg for chances. All of it was firewood for this ignition. Because the version of you standing here now is no longer asking for permission. You are the permission. You are the gatekeeper, the storm and the key. And the world will never see you the same after this. Not because they changed, but because you finally saw yourself clearly. And that mirror didn't lie, and it burned every excuse out of your bloodstream. And the man took the final page of Elian's journal and burned it mid-air, because the rest of the story will be written by you. And he raised his hand and said, Number 116, you don't need their approval, you need your commitment. Number 117, Never negotiate with average. Not in money, not in love, not in mindset. Number 118. The war you're fighting isn't out there, it's inside. Number 119. Greatness is not about what you do, it's about what you refuse to stop doing. Number 120. You are not an echo. You are a frequency so loud, the silence can't hold you anymore. Number 121. If they can't hear your vision, it's not for them. Number 122. If the dream fits in your pocket, it's too small. Number 123. Your legacy is the result of repeated war with weakness. Number 124. When life won't hand you power, you take it. Number 125. The second you stop being embarrassed of your hunger is the second you'll rise like a monster of glory and fire. And when the man stepped away, the crowd didn't cheer. They didn't scream. They stood in silence, baptized by truth, broken open, by vision, shocked by how close they were to wasting their whole life. And that's when something changed. A ripple, a vibration like reality itself split open, and from it emerged Elian. For just a second, a silhouette in the wind, a nod of approval, a smile of purpose, not because he was alive, but because his impact was eternal, and he knew the mission was complete, because time no longer owned them. They owned it. And as the sun rose over a new world, built not on hours, but on action, the voices of 1,000,000 awakened souls echoed across the planet. We are the new timekeepers. We are the new weaponized seconds. We are the sons and daughters of silence turned to sound. And from this moment forward, the past is burned, the future is forged, and the clock does not tick unless we command it. And now you, listening, yes, you, if you made it here, then know this. This wasn't a video. This was a mirror. This was a reckoning. And you were never weak. You were simply unplugged. And now your charge is full, and your fire is ready, and your doubt is dead. And this is your resurrection, your reminder, your roar. Now go and take what's yours. Build what they said was impossible. Destroy the timelines they placed on your name, and carve a new one into the sky, where every tick screams, go get it. Because this is not where your story ends. This is where your legacy begins.